Hi, my name is Roxanne Kent. I'm an adult speech and language therapist with More Rehab. I just thought I would do a quick video on aphasia just to address some common questions that people have. I'm going to just run through some tips on how best to communicate with somebody with aphasia, also talk about recovery activities and some signposting. So aphasia is a language impairment. It can be expressive, which is the output, and or receptive, which is understanding. And aphasia occurs from a brain injury, which could be stroke. So for tips for conversation partners with speaking to somebody with aphasia, be mindful of the following things. First of all, speak at a slow pace. Simplify your language. Support your communicative message with pointing or gesture, also facial expression and the appropriate body language. If your partner is struggling to understand, does it help if you write it down? Could you write down the keyword, or could you use an object or picture to help them understand? Allow extra time for them to process and respond. Also, ask direct questions. So you could say, would you like a drink? They nod yes. Then you say tea. They might shake their head for no. Then say coffee, and they might then nod. Rather than saying, can I get you a drink? Be aware that language will deteriorate when they're fatigued. If your conversation partner with aphasia is trying to repeat a word that you said but they're struggling, then make sure they can see your lip movements and repeat it clearly and slowly for them to be able to then copy. A language-rich environment is essential. Encourage your partner to participate in small group chats, not necessarily speak, but just listen and nod along. Listen to the radio, watch TV, be around language and have opportunities to participate. Encourage them to sing along to the radio. Often people with aphasia will find that singing is a lot easier than talking, so this is a great starting point. Also, how is their automatic speech? Automatic speech is counting, so maybe 1 to 10, saying the days of the week, saying the months of the year. There's a rhythm to it, and this is also a great starting point. Give positive feedback as well. If the word isn't said 100% correctly, but you understood it, then this is great. And it doesn't matter at this point in time that it wasn't 100%. So I'll just talk about recovery because I'm often asked by people when their loved one will get better. And the sad truth is there is no way of knowing when someone will recover and by how much. They may return to baseline or they may get to a new baseline. I imagine this sounds very disappointing. However, I've met lots of people with aphasia that may not have returned to their baseline but have found enjoyment in other activities, more capable to their needs, and they're living fulfilled lives. People with aphasia should continue with preferred hobbies, or if they can't do those, then start new hobbies suitable to their needs. I know of DIY groups that are run specifically for people with aphasia, also gardening clubs, singing groups, sailing clubs, and painting classes. For partners, I can imagine you want to support your loved one in their therapeutic recovery, but sometimes people with aphasia may want you to remain the person that you are to them, which is their loved one and not their therapist. So if the person with aphasia doesn't want you to support them in direct therapeutic exercises and they struggle with their language output, then maybe play a game which isn't language dependent. So this could be such as cards, snakes and ladders, or if they are able, play Scrabble. This will improve social and mental well-being and give you both a nice activity to do. I know for a long time people were under the impression that recovery takes place during the first year, and this is in fact a myth. Recovery rates range depending on severity and the areas of the brain that's affected. People recover at different rates and this is ongoing. I've worked with someone with aphasia who had very limited verbal output as well as severe difficulties with writing, but 10 years later there was spontaneous recovery and he was able to begin to learn and retain spellings for functional words. Together we built up his vocabulary spelling so he could communicate with others when he was out in the community, such as the pub or the garden centre or at his sports club. I mentioned being around lots of language and being part of groups. If this is something you need help with, the Stroke Association, depending on where you are, run communication groups, so this would be a great opportunity. They also may have a one-to-one volunteer available to you, and they can also give you information on other areas that you may need support with, such as transport or funding. Another great place to go to for signposting is the United Kingdom Acquired Brain Injury Forum. Please do get in contact if you have any questions. Feel free to post them in the comment section, or you can contact me directly via email. My email is Roxanne, ROXANNE, Kent, KENT, @morerehab.com, and I'll try my best to answer them. If you would like speech and language therapy input, please do get in contact with More Rehab. The number is 0114 235 3150, or you can email info@morerehab.com.